Habari gani, my Induga na Dada. This is your brother and your elder, Abu Amin Ra. Listen, my brothers and my sisters. We need to talk right now. Time is of the essence. Listen, my brothers and sisters. Now, I just want you to think about this and walk with me for just a moment or two. Listen, do you think white people see us as human beings? Think about it now. They turned us into chattel slaves, our ancestors, that is, stole their labor for nearly 300 years without paying them, only giving them the substance of life to keep them alive so that they could continue working for you and making money for you, Mr. White Man. Now listen, you have refused to pass the Floyd Act to give some control of the police department who's killing us on a regular basis. Listen now, listen. My brothers and sisters, they've done everything to us. They despise us. They hate us. They don't see us as human beings. Now listen, the Afghans, they're allowed to come into the country, and they should, because the Afghans, some of them defended them and worked with them during their struggles with the Taliban, ISIS, and other groups. So it's fitting that they look out for them and protect them in some way or other. But now listen, the Haitian brothers and sisters came here because their country's in a turmoil. They just had an earthquake, hurricanes, and the island is almost devastated. So they came here walking by the hundreds. And the guards at the border beat them with whips while riding on horses. Remind me of the slave catchers, slave drivers. They didn't treat the Afghans this way. They don't treat other people this way. And they sure didn't treat the Europeans this way. But when the Europeans came, they gave them free land. Listen to me now. Made business loans available to them. In other words, looked after them as they should have done. But my God, why do you treat our people so awful? I'm talking to him, black man and black woman. But I'm speaking through you to him. We've marched. We've sang. We've sit in. We've marched in. We've prayed in. But to no avail. A few months ago, some Asian massage parlors were attacked. The people killed them. They immediately, within 2 weeks, got a policy, passed a law with Joe Biden's assistance. A law that protects Asian people and Pacific Islanders from racial hatred. They got nothing for us. So, what I want to talk to you about, as I stated, we've tried to love them. We've struggled against them. We prayed with them. We've been humble with them. But to no avail. Everything we've done has failed so far. We're in the same boat we were in 1619. We are 3/5 of a human being. Nothing more, nothing less. Something from antiquity. In his eyesight, in his mind sight. So my question to you, in light of the dreadful plight we are facing with this enemy who hates us, what do we do next? What can we do? The first thing we must do is we must be determined to have our liberation. Our attitude must be freedom or death. That's the stand we must take if we are to be liberated. Because these people are going to keep their feet on our necks until we no longer exist and they've wiped us all out. Listen, my brothers and sisters, be hip to what's going on. They're trying to decimate us. They're trying to do population control on us at the very least, so that we will not have the numbers and they can control us more efficiently with their diminishing numbers. It's a book you ought to read. I'm being honest with you now. The Rise of the Colored World. Better read this book. White people believe this. They're diminishing in population numbers. They're going to lose their power if they don't do something. So now, to protect ourselves so that we can continue living, what do we do now? We've marched, we've sang, we prayed, we met at the Capitol, all kinds of marches and sit-ins at lunch counters in Montgomery, Alabama, and throughout the South. We're still in the same shape we were in. My brothers and sisters, it's up to us. They're not going to do anything for us but keep us oppressed and beneath them and designated and treated as 3/5 of a human being. So my question to you is this: what do we do now? We must do something to bring peace to our ancestors and to ensure the continuing living state of our descendants. What must we do? Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it some more. What do we do now? Once again, peace and Hotep to you, my Nduga, Na Dada. Hotep.